Throughout my life, I always felt hatred towards my father. He wasn't an abuser, if that's what you're thinking. He was a cheat and a drunk. You see, my family isn't your average type of family in the area of finances. Well, while in other families where the husband provides and the wife tries her best to help, the reverse is the case in my family only. My father is a full house husband, if you must say. My mom is always on a business trip. I only see her like 7 days in a month or thereabouts. But now that I think about it, I think business trips were just an excuse to get away from my father. Yeah, it was that annoying. However, my dad spent most of his time with slots in our house. Each day, new face. I don't get it. I mean, he isn't even good looking. And when he isn't having a slot over, it's either my mom is around or he's at a club with a bunch of slots. Also, did I mention the fact that he attends teenage parties? You see, I was not really a fan of parties, especially the ones where they are sweet and drunk teenagers. But one day, my friend dragged me to a party. I was sitting on the kitchen island where you could get a view of the dance floor, which is a living room, where I guess they moved the couches away. It's really hard to see teenagers in this part of the kitchen, except they came for more alcohol. Then there I saw him, dancing with a slut. He was drunk. How did he get here? That was the question that was flooding my mind. I wouldn't be able to get out without anyone spotting me. I was so humiliated because everyone knew my dad. Seems like your dad really crashed the party last night. Plus, tell him I don't give my numbers to old men. Maybe if you weren't wearing a dress that was almost revealing your butt, he wouldn't have asked. I quickly said to her before everyone in school started making it a public joke. That night, my dad came home with another girl, but he excused himself and went somewhere, probably to get more alcohol. I just wonder for how long before a kidney problem shows up. I guess it goes to those that do not deserve it. And who are you? She asked. His daughter. What? He never told me he was married, she said, surprised, and left. Where is she? Hope you didn't make her leave. When he saw that I didn't answer, he left. Well, you see, my dad might not have hit me. That doesn't mean he doesn't take any chance to insult me and tell me how I am the worst thing that have happened to him. I guess that makes him an abuser. If you think he doesn't eat me because he cares about me, you're mistaken because he doesn't. He doesn't eat me because he doesn't want my mom to file for a divorce. I think my mom must have considered divorce, but she thinks my dad is always with me. She thinks he remembers my birthday. Well, you see, my mom, despite a busy schedule, is always present at my birthday parties with a lot of presents. My dad, on the other hand, knows it's my birthday when he sees decorations being set up, and then he runs to a store to get a last-minute present, which I know my mom must have given him the money to buy. On my 16th birthday, he gave me a very beautiful blue dress at thigh length. Even though it's a bit past my comfort zone, I couldn't care less. It was beautiful and I was never letting it go. After my mom left for a business trip, he took the dress away from me and told me not to tell my mom. If you're still wondering why, let me tell you. The next day, a lady came to the house with that same dress. I was shocked, my jaw dropped, and I'm pretty sure it was almost touching the ground. I wanted to storm at her and tell her these words. Take off my dress, but I couldn't. I didn't realize she was shooting me a glare. But what for? Did my father give her the dress and say, it's my daughter's birthday present, but you can have it? Or does she think I'm in a relationship with him? I think I'll go for the later. It didn't take long for my father to notice the tension as I spoke. Lisa, meet Maddie, my sister's daughter. Maddie, meet Lisa. His girlfriend, she quickly added. I've heard a lot about your mom. Must be hard living without a father and depending on your uncle for everything. I quickly ran upstairs. Was that the lie he was telling them? Remembering that just made me realize my dad didn't care about my mom. But I still kept quiet, not till now. About a week before I sent the story, I had a phone call with my mom when she told me how much she loves and cares about, and she was sorry she wasn't home. She told me I was the best daughter she could ask for, but I doubt that. I've been keeping my mom in the dark, and I want to stop it. I mean, it's not easy to say the man you call your husband is a cheat, and each day there's a new slot at home. And well, he tells them you're his sister who he has to fend for when in fact you take care of all the expenses. I'm telling my story because I want you guys to tell me how to tell my mom about it, because I think it's time she knows that he's not just a drunk, but a cheat and a big fat liar. Thanks for watching my story. Please subscribe to this channel for more animated stories.